I am in Chobham Common. It's one of my favourite places to come. I had a couple of hours to myself, so I thought what better way to spend it. Recently bought a macro lens and trying to test it out in the field today. Ideally, I'm after 3 images. One is any kind of interesting plant that I come across. Lots of bracken and ferns in here that is just starting to change colour. Might be a nice tree. There's lots of silver birch trees here as well. Second one is some sort of bug or animal. Not so experienced in that field, I'll be honest, but I've got my macro lens and I'm willing to give that a shot. And then thirdly, I'm after some sort of mushroom or fungus. So a plant, an animal or a bug, and a mushroom. That's what I'm after today. Hopefully we'll get all 3. If not, doesn't matter. I've got some time to myself and I'm out in the woods, so I'm going to enjoy it. So what I'm looking for my sort of mushroom or fungus shot is areas of wood that have been just sort of left to rot, because that's where mushrooms like to grow. And also you need somewhere that's sort of partially shaded. So that mixture of kind of the damp conditions plus the partial sunlight, I think helps them grow. Looking out for mushrooms, bit of a tip, they normally grow in clusters, so if you find one, it's worth just having a little look around the area. Try not to move your feet too much because you might be standing on one as well, but yeah, have a look around. As soon as you find one, you'll probably get your eye in and you'll see many more. So I've just spotted one. Not sure what type of mushroom it is. It's yellow cap. It's got a yellow cap, so I better be careful. It looks like it's could be a little bit dangerous in the wrong hands, but unfortunately it's kind of not looking the best, and also there's a lot of things covering it. I don't really want to touch anything if I can avoid it. So yeah, having said that, just over the way down here, there's a couple of mushrooms standing on their own. They're very small. We'll just walk straight past them, but they are in good nick. Don't know if you can see them down here. There they are. Try and zoom in a little bit. There you go. So a little bit eaten by a mouse or something. They didn't fancy it. So I am going to give that a bash. When you're out shooting macro photography, I'm no master at it at all, as you can see. But what I do know is you want to get as low as you can in relation to your subject. So if it means getting your jacket on the ground, go for it. If not, if you've got a ground sheet or something like that in your camera bag, if you're a kino, even better. But I'm using what I've got, which is the trusty green jacket. And yeah, I'm hoping that means that I can get that little bit of sort of distance between the ground and the stem of the mushroom, hopefully giving it a bit of prominence in the frame instead of it all just blending into one. That's the idea anyway. We'll see how it goes. So what I've just done now is taken a couple of shots of the mushrooms that I've just came across. They're not particularly exotic, but there's a pair of them which goes quite nicely together, one small, one large. And again, that's kind of the sort of thing you want to be looking for, I guess. That kind of looking at nature as if it's, what's that word? It's sort of personifying nature, I guess. Giving it a bit of character. I'll have to look up what types they are, but they look very lovely in the scene. Hopefully I've captured them. What I've done is taken 2 shots. Sorry, there's a mosquito buzzing around me. What I've done here is taken two frames, just focused on the front mushroom and then one on the back mushroom, and I might try and blend those. The rear mushroom's about like 2 or 3 centimeters off. The focus falls off very quickly on a macro lens. So you do need to take a couple of frames just so you got them, and if you need to blend them in post, then you've got that option. If you don't, then all the better. But yeah, I'm happy with that shot. Let's see how that turned out. One thing I've noticed walking through the woods is how much like litter there is everywhere. Reminds me, I need to get one of those rubbish grabbers. Just pretty shocking, but having said that, still a lovely walk in the woods, being out, lovely fresh air. It's really still today, not a breath of wind, so that'll hopefully help me out today with my macro lens. But yeah, if you're out in the woods, take your rubbish home with you, you know, honestly. Okay, so I've been out here for about an hour now, walking through the woods. So what I've been up to, I have been trying to capture the plant and animal shots that I've been hoping to get. Nothing in the bag yet, but I am still hopeful. I've got a bit of time left. I think part of this trip is also just making sure that I know it's here. I know where to go. Save a bit of time next time, hopefully, with that knowledge. So. Just dived off the path there and soon realised as I was standing around looking that I was in the middle of really big, really nasty looking red ants. So, in fact, I can see them all over the place. They're not my animal shot, but I'm lucky I spotted them because that would have been a nasty little shock, I imagine. But yeah, big old brutes actually. Yeah, I think once one of them's cottoned onto you, they all get a bit leery. So I think I'll avoid that. Truck on. So I just found a nice little fishing spot. In fact, I think it is called Fish Pond, funnily enough. And yeah, nice little spot. It had a few lily pads on the water. Tried to get a couple of shots. I'll stick up now. But yeah, very quiet. Had to be a little bit careful because there's a few fishermen sitting around concentrating on trying to hike a fish out. That would have been a good animal shot, actually. I was thinking about it. But not brave enough to go up and ask them. And to be honest, they didn't look like catching much, to be fair. So yeah, the search goes on for a little bug or an animal that's going to come my way, and just rest for a moment while I press the shutter. Do you keep hearing some sort of bird of prey? No, my luck. It's going to be an osprey sweeping down through the air, catching a fish from the fish pond, scarpering just as I turn the corner. Okay, just moved to a part of the wood that's a little bit more, looks like it's a little bit more mature. There's no fart jokes here, for one. No, but there's more trees here, a bit more coverage. Just feels a bit more damp. And I've already struck on a mushroom. So hopefully I'll try and get that before I go. And then lastly, there's a tree trunk here, a bit of a gnarly tree trunk, which has got a spider web just clinging onto it. Hopefully there'll be a little spider there. That's going to be my main shot at a little bug today. Hopefully he's not devouring anything, although might make for a bit of drama if he does, or she. So that's just about me done now. I'm going to head back to the car. Had a fantastic time with the old macro lens. It's come in handy. Hopefully I've got a couple of nice shots. Just found a nice little collection of 3 leaves there that I'll show you as well. One of which was sort of really showing some odd colour, really, kind of like a pink, purpley sort of colour next to the green, which I thought looked quite nice. So yeah, that's about it for now. But hopefully I'll be back out soon. And thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little trip around Chobham Common. See you soon. Cheers, bye.